on base percentage. If you're not getting on base, you're not winning a lot of baseball games.
Welcome to Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh?
Welcome into Better and Green. We're going to give you guys 9 free bets to win you guys money this weekend. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel, following us on all socials. And guys, we've been a little hot again lately, starting to get back in the winner's circle. So Wyatt, let's start with you today, man. You are the champion of the month, and so I think we should start with you because you are all-knowing.
Well, I don't feel all-knowing about this one. I dove into some weird sports that I usually don't bet this weekend. But I'll start with the easy one. I'm going to go in the NHL for tomorrow's game. The Golden Knights are now traveling to the Panthers. Knights are up 2-0 at home. Now they're on the road playing in Miami for the first time. I'm still going to take the Knights at plus 100. Game 1, 5-2. Game 2, 7-2. The Knights are turning out to be a little too much to handle for the Florida Panthers, who I still don't really know how they got there. So I'm going to take the Knights at plus money to win game 3 and then probably put the series to bed in maybe game 4, but most likely game 5.
Well, we already are going to start off with a loss because I'm going back to the well. I'm taking the Panthers one more time, minus 120 at home. I still think I don't really think they're going to win the series, but I don't think they're going to get swept. So I think this game is as good as any to get in the win column. I think they come out at home, and I think they play a little bit better and ultimately get a win. It's going to be tight, though. Wouldn't be shocked if it goes to OT.
Yeah, totally agree. I picked the Knights game 1. They won. I picked the Knights game 2. They won. So should I pick the Knights game 3? Maybe I should. But am I going to? I'm not. I'm going to take the Panthers money line. Ethan, I'm finally going to be on the same page as you. Like Wyatt said, they're returning home. But a stat I found, of the last 25 years, 15 times in the Stanley Cup Finals has a team been down 0-2, and 10 times the team down has won that game 3. So the losing team is winning over 66% of the time. I think that the Panthers are able to come back. The Panthers are coming back in. Man, it's my month, Wyatt, and the Panthers are winning. I'm taking that crown from you.
Just on here, the bunch of chumps. Honestly, probably the smart play. I just saw how Vegas dominated game 1 and 2. It's probably pretty smart. But yeah, it looks like it's me versus the world on this one. All right. Now it's going to get a little weird for me. I'll just start by chronological order. This game is this match Friday is at 9 a.m. in the French Open. Novak Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz. Djokovic is 3rd in the world. Carlos is 1 in the world. Djokovic is plus 170. I'm not going to touch the money line because I ultimately think Carlos probably wins because the line's super, super sketchy. But I'm going to take Djokovic plus 4.5 on games. The games are not the sets. So there's potentially, the first one is 7 games or first one is 6 games wins. If it's a tiebreaker, it goes to 7. So that's the games in between the sets. I was confused as well. I'm taking them plus 4.5. I think it's going to be really back and forth. I ultimately think it's going to go to 5 sets. And because of that, I think it's going to stay pretty close, maybe a couple 7-6 sets. So I think Djokovic is going to cover the plus 4.5 games, and that's at minus 130.
I like that.
I do too. I don't bet tennis much, but I do like that. I'm going to stick with the NHL. I'm going to try to be sharp here. I'm going to try the under of 6, minus 110. It's gone 7 in the first game. I think there was 9 scored in the second game. Again, I think the Panthers win. I think that has a lot to do with Bobrovsky. I think he shuts it down. I think it's a little bit slower paced. Last game was pretty chippy, which kind of worries me because there could be some early penalties in this one. But I just think the Panthers need to switch up their style in order to get a win. They can't be trading goals with Vegas. Vegas is just too good. So I'm going to take a stab at the under 6. Could easily land 6. But again, I think this could go OT. I could see 3-2 Panthers in OT. Is kind of what I'm looking for in this game. Maybe pull a Wyatt, just throw some sprinkles out there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was going to happen in game 2, and I couldn't have been more off.
Ethan, we were on the same page, and I was so happy. And you messed it up by the second pick. We're going with the over 6 in Florida Vegas. They've all been going over. You said they can't keep trading goals. Sure they can. Sure they can. Why not? They're home. Let's Panthers. They've shown that they can score throughout the regular season, and they finally made it to the Stanley Cup again, and they did that obviously by outscoring opponents. So we know that they can score, and I just don't see Vegas letting up. And so if Florida does win this game, like you and me think, I think that they're going to have to score. I see it like a 3-4 game.
Okay. No 9-0 week for the boys this week.
No.
That's all right. I'm still going to go 3-0. Bet number 3, we are going Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time in the Champs League for soccer or football. I'm going to take a little same game parlay here. This is a aggregate game, so there's 2 games that are played, which is kind of confusing. But ultimately, I'm only worried about game 1. I have Man City. It's Man City versus Inter Milan. I have Man City on the money line, 60-minute money line, parlayed with Erling Haaland, anytime goal scorer, comes out to -110. Man City is the best team in the EPL. Haaland just set the record for most goals ever in the EPL season. So Haaland scores every game. Man City should win. It's at -110.
Like it. Okay, I'm going back to NASCAR since it was my one win of last week. I'm going to try another matchup here. This week I'm going to take William Byron to finish ahead of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch just won the race this past weekend, so kind of fading the hot hand. This race is a road course, so there actually is some right-hand turns, not only lefts this time around. Yeah, so getting pretty crazy on the track here.
Might have to tune in.
Yeah, I actually don't prefer them, but to each their own. But Byron is a better road course racer than Busch, in my opinion. He's been just about the hottest driver this season. And again, kind of just a fade on Kyle Busch after he just won this past weekend. So that's -105 on Byron.
I like that a lot, man. Byron's been hot. Byron has been hot. I like that a lot. Okay, let's go to baseball, and let's keep it with a winning record. Orioles money line or -1.5 on Friday versus who else but the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We're taking them. It matters that it's in Baltimore, but it happens to be in Baltimore. They got the better pitcher. It's the 8th team in runs versus the 27th. And a big problem that Kansas City has, they are last in the league in one thing. That is on-base percentage. If you're not getting on base, you're not winning a lot of baseball games. There's no line out right now, so money line -1.5. I say if it's over 160, like I always say, then just go with the 1.5. Even if it is under, I might still just go minus the 1.5. I mean, the Orioles, the Royals are gonna beat the L Royals.
Never can complain with a fading of the Royals. Can never complain.
No.
Ben pulled out the free space on the bingo card.
I did. All right, now I want you guys to correct me if I mess anything up with this outro, okay? So we'll see you guys on Monday at the live. Did I mess up?
Oh yes.
We might have a little something before Monday.
Uh-oh. Ethan, what is that?
Well, I'm not going to go ahead and say football is back, but in the better and green world, football is returning sooner than expected.
Let's go. Fridays, every Friday from here on out, we're going to have a new either football betting related, just general football discussions, or fantasy football, because we're getting close to fantasy football drafts, fantasy football season. We're going to have tons of content for you guys. So if you guys want that content, make sure you subscribe to Better and Green, follow us on all socials, and guys, we'll see you in the next one. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Can't wait.
See you guys.
it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spots from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome to our podcast. Better win green.